Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to Magnus Monday. So, we just had a pretty big weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was interesting to say the least. There's a lot of things being maybe misconstrued, a lot of things being read into. We were given details without details. And so, imagination has become the enemy of us this past weekend. But there is one thing that I want to remain optimistic about, and that's what this video is. This is now officially a Bakugan Pro channel, not the Bakugan baby game that apparently they're deciding to defect to into two different. There's Bakugan Pro now, which is going to be like the main TCG, and then there's going to be the, lack of better words, the baby game where you just roll and whoever has the magic shield wins. So this is now officially a Bakugan Pro channel. Rebrand, 2020, new year, new me. So, one thing that we were especially curious about was distribution. That has always been a constant problem when it's come to Bakugan. And it seems like every time they promise us it'll be different, as they did with AA, as it was to BR, or even BR itself. We were told that it wasn't going to be as scarce as BB, but the fact of the matter is each set is more scarce than the last. And with how radically different AV seems to be, it's pretty concerning that we'll pretty much never see AA. So, what does that mean? Well, the new game is pretty radically different. Not gonna lie, like, one thing that was going through my mind the whole weekend was whether or not we're going to be able to use the old cards with the new, because, you know, they had a nice shiny new, I think, border. The cores looked way different. They looked like the Tommy Toys ones. And I don't know, it just gave a vibe as if they were starting fresh. And in some respects, that's a good thing. As in, I really hope that they take this opportunity to actually do the distribution justice, because as I stated before, like, it's exciting to see new product, but at the same time, are we gonna see it? That's the scary thing. Is I'd love to get excited about this new game. Well, it's not a new game, but you know what I mean. Like, I hope that they do take Bakugan Pro and do as much as they can with it, while also just kind of using the toys and stuff for that, for, you know, getting their mass amount of money. Because the way I see it, Bakugan Pro is the long con. It's the long game. It's not going to pay off immediately, and I think that's what a lot of companies misconstrue, possibly, because we're the minority. The competitive players, the grown adults, the people who played the first game. We were those kids once upon a time. We didn't know what we were doing. So, and then we grew to this. And I'm not saying that Bakugan should just go on another like 10-year hiatus or whatever. And then those kids will be pros and they'll finally be at our skill level. But I'm saying that it's going to take a long time to build the Bakugan Pro game, the TCG, competitive. Because you have to build faith. You have to build trust. You have to make it mass appeal. And a lot of that is in your marketing. Because a lot of adults don't want to be associated with, you know, something that's childish. And I want to be a negative Nancy right now, but the way that Bakugan is kind of marketing themselves, obviously I know that's their core demographic, and I'm not crapping on the ninja kids, alright? Let's make that perfectly clear. You know, they're part of the community, they're good people, and Paxton is a freaking beast, alright? So, the fact of the matter is, when they were doing their Invitational tournament the other day, the live stream, they marketed it as Ninja Kids taking on the world. And that's kind of concerning for someone like myself that just wanted to see Bakugan finally taking it seriously, because even at this moment, this was the pro game. And they were still treating it like it was something primarily for kids. when this may have been the hand that we've been waiting to be extended in our direction, to where they're like, hey, we get it. We're going to start taking Pro seriously. We're going to start taking TCG seriously. We're going to distribute it on time. We're going to get better booster boxes, maybe deck boxes, accessories. We're going to give it just a fresh start. We're just going to go all in while also doing that as its own thing. But we feel a rebrand will be that push, that motivation. And I want to be as optimistic as the next guy. I'm in love with all the archetypes that are coming out in AV, but like especially Rapid Fire, that's a different video. Rapid Fire is stupid. Pyrus Darkus Fury's back with a vengeance. Holy cow. Oh my god. But nevertheless, like, I'm just, with the record that Spin Master has had lately, it leaves room for skepticism, especially when they say that this time is going to be different. They've said that before. And then concerning like details that we've been given, it's still the same. It's a bunch of things that can't be said because they don't want them out yet, or just some arbitrary reason why the main community, besides the Baku Masters, are allowed to know the whereabouts of the game. We were only allowed to have so much hype. You know what I mean? Like, we were only allowed to... It was like a tease. It was a giant weekend of a tease, and I feel like the hype won't linger just because we still don't know a lot of what it is. So we were left to imagine what the implications were, and Twitter was a panic. The Discords were in disarray. Like, the Discords were in Discord. Like, it was ridiculous. And we were only being calmed down by vague, like, that's not what they meant. I can't tell you what they meant, but like, just relax. I feel like the Baku Masters finally know how BK feels. Finally know. They've walked in his shoes. They now know what it's like to know all this information and not be able to tell anybody. So when anyone comes at you with a question, you can be like, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Woo! It's you know, I have full sympathies to the Baku Masters that decided to keep their promise to Spin Master. It's respectable. It's frustrating, but it's respectable. And those who were, you know, nice about it, you'll know if you're being called out. But I'm going to keep it completely optimistic. With 2020 on the horizon, I believe that they'll do the right thing. We're going to get them in stores. We're going to get card packs available to us. LGSs will be stocked finally. There will be communication back and forth. This is the perfect utopian society that I am envisioning with Bakugan in 2020. And hey, I'm rebranding. We got that Bakugan Pro logo. I kind of see myself a little bit as a pro, so it kind of goes hand in hand. So, we're going to leave this on a happy note because I can't remember if I was being too overwhelmingly warm and positive, but I'm genuinely excited. I really hope that this kind of helps them get the reins on the situation and we're able to have Bakugan more readily accessible. It's been really hard to get some of my friends into the game just because, and it shows, like, even if you're not that into Bakugan, seeing the company, like, not, you know, you see, like, companies that are, like, they already got their gears turning, they already got their motions, you know, like, my friends are really into Vanguard right now, and, you know, there's a new set every so months, like, they got their momentum, they're letting the community know things, they're established. Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Yu-Gi-Oh is like crazy. Pokemon, like, everyone knows like card sets ahead of time. They know what to expect. They know what's coming. And it feels like Spin Master just more often than not leaves us in the dark. And that's what scares people from wanting to join, and that's what is concerning us that are already invested so much money in it and have, we love this game. And it hurts to see, you know, it not as accessible and just not the best that it could be. And I'm not gonna act like I know the ins and outs of toy production or card distribution, anything like that. I'm not gonna feign, you know, like I know all that. But the fact of the matter is, it's noticeable. And it's like I'm trying to set up a locals. I'm trying to get people in the game. It's a fun game once you get people to sit down and play it. But the fact of the matter is, the longevity of it is what is throwing people off. Like the patterns that have been done the past year are not very reassuring. And that's the main reason that a lot of my friends have not been able to dedicate as much as I'd like to the game. So I was just about to say I'm gonna be more positive, and then I just went on that. Okay, so honest to God, positive. What do I like about this? What's looking good? Rapid fire. I really like rapid fire. I really like it. And then Empower. I like a lot of the dual faction cards. That's really cool. We're finally getting official deck boxes. That's neat. Like, at the end of the day, like, I am really excited for the rebrand, and I really do hope it means what I think it means, where they're going to actually give an effort, when before it seemed like the TCG was taking a back burner to the original, to the game, right? To the toy collectors and the kids that want to play like the game without the cards. So now that it's establishing its own identity, to me it's reassuring, because it looks like they're just taking an extra step to give it that exposure, to give it what it deserves. And I'm hoping that that translates to the distribution. I really do, because, you know, that's the main thing that's been holding this game down, been anchoring it down. Distribution is the cement shoes that Bakugan has put on every morning for the last year. And just taking a swan dive into the nearest lake. But I'm excited. We are a Bakugan Pro channel now. Rebrand! Rebrand! We're now Bakugan Pro. So, I haven't donned my bad boy persona in a while, so I'll leave you with this. We're now the Bakugan Pro channel, alright? We're the best in the game. You can come to me with professional advice and understanding. Alright. I'm done. Have a good day, y'all. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving! Oh! Happy Thanksgiving. I'll say that again Wednesday, but I'm excited. I'm excited, okay? I'm excited. Jeez.